edition. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it today. Let's start off with the channeled messages. So I woke up this morning and in my in my third eye, I saw the vision of a desert with like a mountain and like a long road that led out. So I got that they want to drag you down into the desert. Their opportunities have dried up, so they want you to have to take the long road to your blessings here. So they're doing anything to get your attention, to wishing. So yeah, battery pack here. Get right into it today. What the hell? So I woke up this morning and why is it echoing? Hold on. In my third eye, I saw the vision of a desert. Echoing. Hold on, y'all. So I got that they want to drag you down into here. We're gonna mute that there. There we go. Maybe that'll help. So basically, these people lost their faith in the divine and they started chasing earthly things. There's like this sense of deep loss and deep trauma that they basically got stuck in, and they were unable to transmute because of this fragmentation and this soul loss that happened. So you collective may not be Christian, but you are still tapped into this Christ consciousness type of energy, this energy of like everlasting life. And this ignites deep jealousy within these people, within this person, because they have to fake it for some, and then others are still following the religious dogma that they're holding to a T. But it's not nourishing the spirit, so their spirit is still, it's still like yearning for more, dying of thirst, you know? So they went against their own belief system here out of spite and out of jealousy, and they ended up getting their connection snatched away from whatever, you know, whatever dogma, whatever entities, whatever spirits they're following here. This is kind of echoing back to that reading I did a while ago about like seed frequencies being snatched away from people who are like abusing their power. They may be a leader, like misguiding others to follow in their footsteps, because it's like, if I can't do it, you're not gonna do it either. Like a Jezebelian kind of energy. It could be a male, it doesn't have to be a male, but like the vibe I'm getting is kind of a little bit more manly. It could just be a woman in her masculine energy here. It's like, this reminds me of a dream that I had years ago where it was like this masculine that I know, and it woke me up because I was like, what the fuck? So in this dream, I was watching this masculine on I was watching him, it was like about of Thirst by Kendrick Lamar. So too many sins, I'm running now. Somebody send me a well for the drought. See, all I know is taking notes. Whatever it is, no, it's my next grave. Tired of running, tired of running, tired of tumbling, tired of running, tired of backwards. My mama said, see a pastor, give me a promise. What if today was the rapture and you completely tarnished? The truth will set you free. I can't even read what I wrote here. But to be completely honest, you dying of thirst. You dying of thirst. So hop in that water and pray that it work. So it's like somebody may have been like abusing their spirituality and like seeking spiritual cleansing to purge whatever sins they've committed against you or against humanity or against whoever off of them. Or this is somebody abusing spirituality, getting these frequencies snatched away, and now these energies are abandoning them. So it's like they're running back to the church in the thought that, you know, that's going to save them here. So getting into the pre-pull for this energy, we have upheaval, warning, memory, mischief, luck, bond, perchance to dream, addicted. We also have otala, manas, and wunyo in reverse here. For this individual that is coming, like, this is bringing me back to the energy of the song, because it's like, when the lights go down and settle down, my concern is promise that you will sing about me. So like in that song, he's basically talking about the different experiences that drew him out of gang life, and one of them was like his friend, his brother getting shot up in front of him, and then like he was like, yeah, so like if something happens to me before your album drop, yeah, so it's like this upheaval came without warning here. Could be the loss of a child perhaps here, or a loss in childhood when people were still in that nest phase before they were even able to get out and live their life here. And it's like this memory has become so ingrained within somebody's mind. It's led to a loss of faith, a loss of ability to dream for something better for themselves. So they become stuck and addicted to this misery, to this energy of sadness here. Fading away because of the loss of the individual who carried a true crown. And this energy is now coming up with this full moon eclipse, because it's like stirring up the blocked emotions, the blocked, like the repressed memories of this. And it's like survivor's guilt energy, because it's like they were on something mischievous. They weren't even really trying to do anything really that bad here, but like somebody got lost without warning, and somebody survived because of luck. You feel bonded to this energy here, compelled to carry on someone else's legacy. With Othala, this is the rune of the ancestors, but this is also the rune of home. It's like these are spiritual relationships that have become too much. Bunyo is a rune of spiritual awakening here, but this is like a forceful awakening that ended up in spiritual psychosis. This is giving me the energy of like somebody had a soft life, a soft enough life, a nice life, and then all of a sudden they were like inducted into like one of the deeper layers of the clip-off with no warning, with no preparation and no ability to cleanse out their space here. So this may have left them open to entity attachments, negative influence they didn't even realize they had here. So somebody may need an exorcism. Let's get more into this energy, spirit. Yeah, this is like somebody trying to self-medicate to get away from the entity attachments that they have. And that may cause them to blaspheme, because I was also picking up on the energy of a blasphemer. So jump in that water and pray that it works after you've done and you said all these things, because you're angry with the divine for not resurrecting what was, not realizing that you're holding on to regret for someone else's soul contract here. Like, you don't know what their soul contract said, so you don't need to hold on to this guilt, because it's like it is this guilt that is draining you, because it causes you blind spots as you run from yourself here. Because it's like, so our ego can tell us that we are not responsible for certain things, but our ego can also, in our ego, we can also overly accept blame, overly accept guilt, as if we had the power to avoid or to change the timeline. Yeah, so this is a message from the underworld where all things pause to begin again here. Here. They worry about if something suddenly happened to them, if anyone would care. If their spirit would be venerated or not. This might hurt to settle down my main concern. Promise that you will sing about me. Promise that you will sing about me. This individual feels mentally trapped because they feel that they haven't been able to authentically express who they are, because they're chasing after these ghosts of the past, what this individual thought that they should be here. They may have a blind spot that this whole incident was some sort of orchestrated Freemasonic programming, though. Something orchestrated by people in the background that they knew nothing about. Because that's like people, God, I don't want to get too much into this on here, but there are certain rites of Freemasonry that engineer certain traumas in order to fragment and to cause people to repress their memories, people who have shamanic ancestry, so that they cannot fully step into their gifts, so that they cannot fully ascend. With this keep your eyes peeled energy, this is like what this event has ended in for this individual. It's ended in this hypervigilance, ended in this constant feeling of betrayal, lack of trust, fear of mortality, indecision. This may have been orchestrated by a wealthy woman, potentially an earth sign. Someone with a lot of influence in some sort of business or community, or just in the network that these people share. Then we have the executioner, the King of Spades. Something that was done out of retribution, that someone is now reaping judgment for. Somebody feels that they acted in this energy towards this wealthy woman. She offered him flowers, he offered her a sword, under the guise that all was well in a relationship. Maybe he asked these benevolent spirits to orchestrate this relationship, but with the fire, he manifested this out of a state of lack, out of a lower vibration. So it could not stay. Was somebody sick and the treatment didn't work? Or the treatment was tainted by someone outside? We have self-love. Emotional release in reverse. Masculine energy. Struggle in reverse. So with this self-love card, I'm getting something about the meeting of the sun and the moon at the twilight of someone's life here. and you have not emotionally released your grief because you are stuck in this energy of machismo, this boys don't cry energy, because you're shouldering too much of this responsibility. Struggling to find your North Star again after this event has altered your perception of balance in relationships, balance in the spiritual world, how things work, equivalent exchange, leading to a disconnect from your Native American ancestors as you put yourself through this energy of self-persecution, self-inquisition. Rejecting the duality of your own nature, rejecting the duality of the divine's nature as well, just as the Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away. Not everything is all good all the time. We have the arts in reverse, new day in reverse, and lessons and blessings in reverse. Clarify this energy for the arts, new day, and lessons and blessings in reverse, because I know what I'm picking up, but I want to confirm it before I say it out loud. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. This deck is in reverse, so we have the Queen of Wands, Six of Pentacles, and the Lovers. So this is somebody who, it's maybe a fire sign, or it could be somebody who was very confident in their abilities, that wanted to help you go into the arts, bring a new day in a career. But something went wrong with this Six of Pentacles and the Lovers energy. It's like someone ran out of time to do something. And now this is the lesson, or the lesson, I should say. This is the result for what was done in this Magician energy, for pursuing and enforcing your will. You didn't fear the consequences at the time, but now that they're here, you're in this Five of Cups, mental maze, guilt, continuously going over your work and drowning within the waters of the subconscious mind here. A labyrinth of your own design. We have Temperance. So this could be a Sagittarius woman in the background here, or that was affected by this upheaval energy here. Trying to temper from an empty cup. I don't know if you can see, there's nothing coming out of this cup she's pouring out of here. Standing in an illusory oasis. These Aztec pyramids in the background make me think of Apocalypto. If y'all know the runaway sacrifice. We have the Star, the Fool, and the Two of Wands. So, trying to enforce your will to cause a new beginning after a period of chaos, or to cause the light to shine on a new day in a career after a period of stagnation and loss, has led to a Five of Cups and a mental entrapment, because yes, you've gone on this new beginning towards this career. You followed your heart here. Following the wisdom of an ancestor here, but now that you feel that you're pouring from this, trying to temper with this empty cup here, you're overly defensive. Wearing a mask as to who you really are, because the past has kept you stuck in this energy where you feel like you have to be hyper vigilant with people because things did not go as expected for you. Yeah, there's definitely something about a Queen of Pentacles here. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, that was used to climb this ladder here. What else do we need to know? We have Ten of Pentacles. This may have been a family member or somebody that you viewed as family. Somebody that you use to get a leg up in the realm of housing and finances here. With the Chariot, this is like, this may have been somebody that you wanted to marry or that you were married to. Yeah, and there's this, so like, you remember how I said like things get orchestrated by people in the back here? Look at homegirl in the back of this, if it'll focus, in the back of this wedding scene. Don't she look like she not up to no good? That's that Queen of Wands, bro. That's that Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands spinning illusions of a Three of Swords. Maybe sending little immature messages, little immature comments, talking out the side of their face, swinging back and forth. trying to get you to pour into her by manipulating the heartstrings of everyone involved here. Your heartstrings, but also her heartstrings, this Queen of Pentacles energy here. Being a bad influence, giving false information. This is gonna make me mad. Let's see. Do we have any advice here from the ancestors? We have the Ace of Wands, so you wanted to create, so now your task is to create. The Queen of Cups. This is the time to nurture yourself. Nurture the subconscious mind. Get a hold on any instability within the emotions here and ultimately ascend into, from this loss of faith, this fallow period that you are experiencing. This is the testing of your faith so that it can deepen even more. Your perspective on this is wrong with the Hanged Man in reverse. I'm hearing you wanted the crown, so wear the crown. Stand up for yourself, stand up for what is right, take the actionable steps for what you wanted to create for yourself in the first place. Instead of feeling betrayed by the divine because what you wanted didn't work out exactly as you wanted it to work out. You can't feel betrayed when you put swords in other people's backs to get what you wanted. That's going for this Queen of Swords, for this Queen of Wands energy, and also whoever this reading is for, I'm hearing, because it's like the consequences are coming home to roost for everybody. You get what you give. If you caused a transformation or an ending in any way, it is coming. Whether that be just to your foundation or to your empire. To your ego with the moon here. This is giving ego death. A dark night of the soul, propelling you towards what's next. This may be burdening. But this is facing the things that you've put off for so long. Like you've taken on the burdens of many other people in your actions. And now this is leading to this Three of Swords energy here, coming home to roost. for this lack of collaboration, upright collaboration, and immature action taken in order to build this empire that is in the middle of the desert. So I'm picking up like this. The way that whatever this is was founded off of a dry foundation. So the foundation will remain dry until the waters of the subconscious have been explored and purified. With this Knight of Cups, it's like coming out of this emotionally defensive energy, coming out of this in and out emotional energy, or this like, the Knight of Cups can also be somebody who's very emotionally violent. So this could be emotional abuse, mental abuse, spiritual abuse as well. So it's like coming to terms with this and learning to fill your own cup will get you out of this chaotic energy. Transmuting greed. Will bring back this divine connection. Not necessarily bring back the actual connection itself, but it will bring back your divine connection to your ancestors, to your emotional fulfillment. Yeah. It is the ending of a chapter for what is familiar, though. That's for sure. Trying to pull the half of the Dark Wood Tarot out of here. This got deep. I didn't expect this to go this way at all, y'all. Let's see. Oak. So this is a deep need for spiritual grounding. This is a Jupiterian energy. This is also, so the Oak King rules the light half of the year, but he knows when to give way to the Holly King with the dark half of the year. So you're being inducted into your dark half of the year, Oak King. It's time for Jupiter to give way to Saturnian energies. Somebody may be experiencing their Saturn return. And it feels like it's everything coming from everywhere all at once, and it's too much. But just as Cain was protected when he went out into the wilderness after being banished by the Most High, you'll be protected. You'll be protected. But with Wolfbane being at the egoic level, you'll also be revealed for what you really are. All right. And with that, let's ride out, outlaws.